Okay, there we go. Hello everybody, this is a non-edited voice-only video here to inform you that the videos will be delayed for a while and the reason behind it. I've had hives for over 2 or so months now. I have visited a good 8 doctors by now, but despite that, at no point did I take an extended break to let my body heal, because I was under the impression that it is no big deal and I can work and get better at the same time, which was a critical mistake and I suffered greatly because of it. And this is coming from someone who has broken bones and overcome self termination inducing mental problems in the past. So I'm not exaggerating at all in saying this was no joke. So now I will not make any content or work in any capacity until I am hives free. That's the short version, and you can leave now if you wish. For the rest of this video, I will ramble on about some things that I wish to put out there. So why did I let hives stick around for 2 months? Well, the main problem is I have a very high pain tolerance and I like to work. Working is a lot of fun because working is learning and learning is the whole point of this channel. So when I got hives, I was like, it's a little red spot. It's itchy a little bit, but I'm not significantly susceptible to itching anything that is itchy because I have more self-restraint than that. And that is the reason that I had to deal with this for 2 months. Because of my higher pain tolerance, I didn't go to the doctor for a good, 3 weeks maybe. And it was pretty bad when I went to the doctor for the first time. It was so bad I couldn't move my fingers. And that's the point where I'm like, okay, I can't work. And as soon as I can't work, that's when I go to the doctor. It's an unfortunate situation, but it's the reality. So I went to a lot of doctors, and finally one of the doctors, which I think it was the 6th time I visited the doctor, they gave me some strong antihistamines, and they finally realized that this is hives. It was a specialist. Anything before that was not a specialist. Because specialists are more expensive, and it takes more time to actually get a special. Okay, this thing ringing right here, it's my medicine. I'm going to put it on snooze for 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, finally I went to the doctor and I got the medicine. And it was pretty strong medicine as well. And the doctor told me, okay, take a break and rest. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I took a break for 1 day. So then I would take the pills for about a month and a half, and I would work normally. Because I was like, okay, the best way is to not be stressed, and if I don't work, I'll be more stressed than if I do work. That's the way I was approaching this problem. Because that's partially true. If I don't work, I'll get stressed because I want to do something. I can't just sit around all day. That's just the way I am. So yeah, slowly but surely the hives were normal, and then they got bad. Then I couldn't work for a bit, for like a day or two. And then they went back to normal, and a lot of more stuff happened until the critical time reached. We reached the critical time. So at that point, it got so bad that I had to hit up new doctors. By the way, that specialist gave me blood tests to complete as well. I did the blood tests and I did everything, but it got so bad at the end that I dare say I nearly died. Yeah, I could say that because the pain reached a point where it would dwarf the pain I went through when I broke my left thumb. Yeah, breaking bones was less pain than this. And that even at that point, I was still like, no, I'm going to get good. I'm going to be okay. It's no big deal until I collapsed. Okay, I didn't exactly collapse, but it was a breaking point for me because I realized that even if I can handle the pain, my body cannot handle it. So my blood sugar went down. I all fell on the ground, or not exactly the exact wording, but I was not in a good condition. Then I was taken to the hospital. I couldn't even stand up. And continuing on until now, I got new meds. I got stronger meds. Some of the earlier meds were taken away from me because apparently they affected things that they shouldn't have. Blah, blah, a lot of complicated stuff. I'm here now, and I'm not going to work until I'm good. So yeah, that's the hives thing. I know I didn't provide a whole lot of detail, but I provided some details. So what's up with the post I made? Yeah, I made it. If you don't know, I made a post. You can find it in the community tab on the channel. Yeah, I said some stuff, some stuff. I said you can go ahead and read it yourself. But the reason that I made that, in reality, I did have a revelation that night, but at the same time, the revelation was happening weeks ahead of the post. But it was slow and steady. Slow and steady, I was realizing the things that are going on, but the pain is a catalyst for both improvement and the opposite. But usually it's the opposite. Very rarely does suffering create an opportunity for growth. But somehow, for me, it did. It did create an opportunity for growth. I went through so much pain, but at the end, I got out a better person that I went into the pain. So it became a net positive for me. And it became such a net positive for me that it caused mental problems. Yeah, if you read the post, at first I was too happy to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep for 2 days. I didn't exactly fall asleep at all. I fell asleep for 2 hours one night and 4 hours on the other, and that's about it because I was too excited. And then, as you know, with being too excited, it's pretty easy to turn into something else. So I became afraid. I'm not sure how that even works, if that's even possible, but I became afraid of all the mistakes I had done in the past. And this is the point where most people would say, okay, being too happy is impossible. And being afraid after you were too happy, okay, you're on drugs. And technically, yeah, antihistamines are drugs, but I don't think antihistamines can do that. Because I looked up the specific antihistamine I was taking and it can't do that. It doesn't do that. I read through the entire side effects like it's a full page. It can't do that. It just isn't a thing. But maybe it had some effect, like, if, for example, the stress caused me to be mentally, like, less capable, and that's why I became so excited. That's a possibility. So I wasn't on any drugs like opioids or anything, but I was on an antihistamine, a simple antihistamine. I don't think that as I checked that antihistamine cannot do that to me, but it's still a possibility. Who knows? But looking back at it now with clear mind, I still accept and go by what I said. I'm not taking any of it back. I'm still on the same page. So, okay, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than that. Okay, that might not be satisfactory. So the thing is, I've been a Muslim since I was born, but I was never like really a Muslim. I was just like the child of a Muslim. That was the basic situation. But that in that month, until the day of my revelation, quote unquote, it became proven to me in a sense. I finally realized that yes, I can read the book without holding any preconceptions, to an extent, of course, and trying multiple translation and read it for myself and see if this thing is actually something that I have to, like, if it's something beyond human capabilities. And I think it is currently, and especially because a lot of the things that are in the outside world that like other people say about the book, when I go in the book and read it, it's different. What they say is not what's in the book necessarily, so you get it from the source. Some people are going to be mad at me in the comments, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper than that. I'm apologizing, but okay. So if you wanted to learn about the chemistry of water, for example, you can go read on it. If somebody says water is not H2O, it's something else, you can go deeper and deeper until you prove it yourself. But when it becomes about religion, it's almost as if, no, this book is magic. If you read it, you're going to be changed forever. Okay, I know it's not magic because magic isn't real, is what I would say. If magic isn't real, then this book cannot do magic on me, which means if I read it like a normal human being, I can come to a decision for myself. But for some reason, I'm not allowed to read the book and decide for myself. That's the preconception I had in the past. Like, I never came to the thinking that, okay, it's a book, read it, and decide for yourself. Do the thinking, do the mental gymnastics necessary to actually read the book. After you read it, you come to a conclusion. Either you accept it or you don't accept it. That's it. But for some reason, I just didn't come to the realization that okay, I could just read the book and see what it says. Maybe I wasn't just, maybe it was the problem of me not being mentally grown enough, like not being high enough level to even come to the conclusion that I can read the book. Yes, it's a book you can read. Nexus was mocking me in the Discord saying, yeah, this guy realized he can read. Okay, so what else do I want to say? So yeah, even after saying all this, a lot of people are going to accuse me of a lot of stuff, and as they do. So let me give you a little bit of a story that they say around where I live. They say someone, a father and a child were on a donkey going through the city. This is an old story. At first, the father was on the donkey and the child was like walking alongside the donkey. People looked at him and said, "Look at this father. He's not letting his child ride the donkey. He's such a bad father." Okay, the father comes down and puts the child on top. He keeps on moving. More people, other people see it and say, "Look at this child. He's not letting his father who's older be on the donkey." So, if the father is on, people are unhappy. If the child is on, people are unhappy. So both of them go on the donkey, and then people say, "Look at them. They're killing the donkey. Neither one of them is getting down, so the donkey has an easier time." So both of them get down because all the possibilities are getting tried out. And now people are laughing at them because they're walking even though they have a donkey. So in no situation will everyone be happy. It's just impossible. No matter what you do, someone will be unhappy. And that's inevitable. You need to just accept it. It's inevitable. No matter what you do, someone will be unhappy with you. And that's just life. So yeah. Did I cover everything? Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Okay, there it is, my medicine time. Okay, I have to finish this because I have to take my medicine now. All right then. Bye bye everybody.